Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another KASPA video. Before we get into it, could you please Mike Tyson the like and subscribe button? So today we're going to talk about, can KASPA be the first GLIVER? What is GLIVER? Because a lot of people refer to KASPA as like silver, digital silver, and Bitcoin as digital gold. But what if there is basically a combination of that and there's only one that wins? So that would be GLIVER. So let's talk about that. Casplex, no new tweets for them. I know some people think it's getting close. You do have these rusty Caspa upgrades. Some of the things that'll need to be upgraded in order to make KRC20 more usable. On another side note, if you ever want to know the true origins of Chuck Norris jokes, I put a link in the description. Another little kind of funny channel my friend and I are doing. It's the truth according to Glob, which they're just little short videos that are just meant to be funny, and actually they're not true. They're just kind of parody satire. So hash rate down under 800. It's fluctuating. Rust rewrite still about 96, 97% there. Last time I checked, I'll refresh this. You know, Binance pool has been 6 or 7. Hash rate went down to 12 petahashes, was 20 petahashes. KII, things like that, where you have people trying to integrate KASPA and industrial and all sorts of real world assets and things like that. Just a sec here. I'm got a feeling I might sneeze here. Codex, I remember some people thought this might be a scam. They're trying to be one of the maybe the first decks for KASPA KRC20s. So KII reposted what they tweeted, energy efficient. So like the Kas Media article about solving the money trilemma. But I think that when you look at like Jason Lowry and his, you know, a novel theory on power projection and the national strategic significance of Bitcoin. Now, we don't know the future. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know the future, exactly what's going to win. And you can see like, and here's reserve currencies. So the United States used to have larger, this goes back to 1965. You can see at some point there was like 85%, 72% of the world reserve currency in dollars. We know the majority of the trade, even now, even with people trying to get away from the dollar, but 58% dollars, 20% euros. So that's about 80% almost. Japanese yen, sterling, Canadian dollars. So Chinese RMB, which, you know, didn't even really exist as a reserve currency 10 years ago. And so it shows that even though the United States is the reserve currency, there's still, you know, 40% of other currency is kind of reserve currency as well. So it means that there is a possibility that maybe one, you know, cryptocurrency digital asset doesn't win out. But I think the larger point here is you have all this national debt. So something's happening. You know, the United States is coming to that end phase of the empire. How long that lasts, we don't know. But say like how I guess everyone's social security number got stolen in the United States, maybe. So how are they protecting that? It feels like you have to make it, someone have to spend a lot of energy and a lot of money to try to do something online. Seems like the best way. According to Jason Lowry, you can only use theory so much to, you know, and, you know, basically a lot of the, you know, all these companies have all these, you know, software to try to protect them from hacks, and there's hacks. You know, big companies get hacked, hacks left and right, $100 million hacks left and right, and people sending spam. And so there's basically no cost for someone to send spam. And so that's where the GLIVER comes in. Now it's just some made up thing. It's kind of ridiculous, but that it's bigger than just being a, you know, just bigger than what's going on right now. I think is bigger, whether it's Bitcoin or KASPA, I don't know. No one truly knows, but I do think that it is larger than just becoming payment software. I think that it's a way to project strength into the cyberspace, and that's something that's needed. And so you look at this theory, I do think that whether it's KASPA or Bitcoin, but something that's converting real world energy into something protecting a decentralized stateless money is part of it. Now, Jason Lowry does talk about how at first gunpowder was used as medicine in China, and then eventually they realized, hey, we can use this to send a piece of metal going really fast into someone else. But at every stage, you know, animals with their horns, their teeth, whatever, their poison, their venom, and we have navies, whatever. People have guns. If someone breaks into their house, they have a gun to shoot them. They have so you make it more expensive. Like if you were criminals going around and they know that there's some people that don't have guns, and then there's a guy that's a big gun guy. They might be a little less. They might be a little reluctant to go into there. So that's where I think kind of Gliver is, that it's kind of maybe instead of just KASPA being digital silver, maybe it could be everything. I don't know. I mean, obviously, whatever project, if that ever did happen. And then also, there's also the possibility that most likely you're going to have multiple. It's not going to be just one cryptocurrency, but multiple ones. But the one that potentially could be used for the power projection in cyberspace could be the most valuable one. So I do think that that is something that is needed. And if you want to protect your country or a business, because if you look at some of these businesses and the security and like some of these data centers, probably even some of these Bitcoin mining places, I mean, what kind of security is Michael Saylor using for all those 200 and over 200,000 over 200,000 Bitcoin he has? Is he just, whatever he's doing, beefed up? What's El Salvador doing for this almost 6,000 Bitcoin they have down there? I know that they're self-custodying somewhere down there. So you want to have lots of protection. And I think that's something like where KIA, where they're like focused on a lot of, making it efficient and clean energy and stuff, and bringing in real world assets and real world adoption there. But I also think the cyberspace power projection will be something that happens. How that happens, I don't know. But you have powerful companies that are worth trillions of dollars, like Microsoft, that are trying to protect data facilities, online stuff, cloud, and you have, Tesla trying to protect cars. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it shakes out. Right now, we're still in that low 16.5 cents. Bitcoin did go back over 60,000. I think it's a good time to acquire, in my opinion, not financial advice, but I think we are going to get the next leg up in the next couple months. And hopefully the market's still going sideways when KRC 20 comes out later this month or September, whenever that does finally come out and launch us up into the top 17 or so, potentially, I think. So, yeah, that's basically all. Just a quick video about how KASPA could be Gliver, larger than just being silver and just some quick, efficient payment method, which is good in itself, but something larger, where you can use KASPA and the decentralized strong hash rate to make it expensive for people to attack you in cyberspace. And spam emails are an attack. They're trying to fish, they're trying to get something out of you. You don't see it as an attack because maybe you get 100 spam emails, and sometimes it's just a legit company that's trying to sell you a product, and they're kind of sending unwanted emails. But also, when people are sending stuff trying to fish, that is an attack. So you get stuff, I get fake Coinbase emails and things like that. The person is trying to get you, they're phishing. They want you to log in, get your login information. That's why you should keep your crypto in, cold storage, and also do two-step authentication. Don't use your phone number. There can be SIM card hacks. Try to use like a YubiKey or something. But I do think that for some of there's going to be a proof of work where I think this is a major factor. In my opinion, I do think it will come into play. And whether it's Bitcoin, KASPA, I don't know. But it's it's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out. So thanks, Kas Maxi, for tuning in. I appreciate that. So just a quick little video. We're just still waiting to get more official news from when exactly KRC 20 is leaving this next test phase. Hash rate dipped down a little bit, but still looking good when you zoom out. And yeah, let me know what you think about KASPA potentially being used for power projection in cyberspace. Something's going to be needed, and maybe KASPA is that, maybe not. I don't know. So thanks for watching. Have a good day and stay bullish.